Okie dokes, welcome. So now this is something I know a lot of you've been waiting for, and a lot of you, because I announced it and then it didn't happen. Restock tungsten. Oh my god, why and how did this take so long? So it is all a little bit my mistake of being a little bit too perfectionist, maybe. Maybe not. We had several issues with molds breaking. Not sure how many of you know, but tungsten has got an incredibly high melting point, the highest of all metals to be precise. I think it's about 4,000 degrees Celsius. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's somewhere on there. So the molds are crazy, the kind of technology. So if a mold breaks, you don't just quickly get another one going and that's it. So rather than telling me the mold is broken, my supplier sent me different Cheb-Heads, different tungsten bullets, thinking, you know, Chebs are Chebs, bullets are bullets, but no, it is not how it works for us. There's people who think that is the way, but we obviously have certain standards, and there's the only reasons why we have, because there's decent tungsten out there, the only reason why we did tungsten, why Streetfishing London did tungsten, is because I especially found little things on the tungsten products out there which I didn't like, which were really annoying me. For example, the flimsy clasp on a lot of the Cheb-Heads. So then if my supplier comes back and sends me Cheb-Heads with flimsy clasps, I send them back. We all know the suppliers are not just 2 streets down. We all know how everything with COVID, etc., shipping costs, etc. So yes, it's been a bit of a journey, but we now have a stock. It's a limited stock again, but we do have a stock back in. There's quite a few pre-orders which are going to be shipped today, and packaging has also been done. We have changed our packaging to a more eco-friendly option. So we've got, last time when I was packaging, I was like, oh my god, there's so much plastic, but I just spent quite a lot of money in these little lovely bags that we designed, and designed them all, produced them all, so we got the first batch out in those ones, but I was like, that's too much plastic. So we have now gone paper, recycled paper, envelopes, and yeah, I feel much better. I felt much better. It's quicker, the packaging, and I felt much better, and I will feel better every single time I send one of those out, because I know there is no plastic on there. There's the one little label which has a bit of plastic, but that's about it. So talking about Cheb-Heads, we've got the Cheb-Heads back in 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10 and 12 grams. The 4 and the 6 gram molds broke again, and we don't have 4 and 6 grams. So we've got a bit of extra stock of 5 grams. So yeah, go crazy on the 5 grams, guys. This one is just for showcasing a 3 gram here. I think this is probably the most popular one. Canal fishing, deeper canal fishing, small river fishing, etc. 3 gram is the go-to weight for a lot of your lure fishing needs, isn't it? Bullet weights, guess how they arrived? No inline tubing. I don't need no inline tubing bullet weights, because there's already many out there. So if I would be happy to fish them, I'd just fish them. It's one of our main things. We want inline tubing in our bullet weights. I'm pretty sure you can't see it, but there is a little tube in here which keeps any sharp edges away from your leader. They could be just the actual tungsten, because it's an incredibly heavy as well, but incredibly hard material. It could be the powder coating, which always chips a little bit, especially on tungsten, because it's such a hard material underneath. So there'll always be a little bit of sharp edges. I'm not saying you can't fish with no tube inside, because that's obviously not true, but I've had a few occasions where I was fishing without, especially when we were trialing these. I trialed lots of different ones without tubing in there, and yeah, especially if you fish very fine, you do rough up your leader every now and then. I didn't want that, yeah, and this absolutely got rid of that problem. So yes, we've got 1.8 grams, we've got 3.5 grams, we've got 5.3 grams, we've got 7 grams, we've got 8.8 grams, okay? So it covers quite a wide range, certainly almost all the way down. I know some people would like sub 1 gram ones, but it's not a huge market for it, especially, but at least not in my customer base. And over 8.8 grams is, especially for saltwater, quite useful. They will, further down the line, we will probably introduce those. But we have added 2 things actually to our tungsten range, to the SFL Tungsten Range. One of them is the Tungsten Finesse Stick. So have a look at this. How can I show this best to you in the camera? So this is the Tungsten Finesse Stick. A drop shot slash jigger slash free rig slash hyper versatile weight. So yeah, you've got the eye on top there, which makes it slightly less flexible for drop shot weight, but still a very good drop shot weight. Free rig, I'm not sure if all of you know the free rig. It's not new, but not a lot of people fish it yet. If not, I will do a few more videos on specific rigs as well. But free rig, very, 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 very good rig. Jigger rig, I'm sure most of you now know the jigger rig, where you just put the weight into the snap, or in some people they like to add a little split ring, which just gives a bit more but a bend, a bit more flexibility maybe. This one has so the eye is on a little swivel, so it's rolling, if that makes sense. Yeah, so if I keep my, so that's something that we really wanted. That's why it's taken ages as well to do that. So because not all of them have it, so it goes all the way down. So the tungsten has got a hole all the way through, and then so it doesn't slide out, and it comes out on the bottom there. So that is new in range. We've got 3.5, 5.3, 7 and 10 grams, I think. So very useful. So they'll be on the website now, so come and grab a few. Always super useful to just have them. And something that I really like to fish with, I'm not sure how well it's gonna sell. I think they're underused in the UK, is nail weights. Little nail weights. So this is not actually, this is quite a large one, just to showcase, because it would be too small really to see for you if I went with the smallest one. We've got them in quite a few weights, starting at 0.23 grams, which is really useful. So really soft jerking, you know, just basically a paddle tail or a pin tail or a V tail on a offset hook, on a Texas hook, with these ones in there. Don't need anything else for shallow, for summer fishing, shallow and darting it along, very weightless, very finicky fish. They really like this weightless kind of presentation when they come and they suck on the bait, and the bait just goes straight away into their mouth. Very useful. The heavier ones obviously for bigger lures and saltwater, when you fish low tide bass fishing over reefs in plants, etc. You don't want to have, or you want to have the minimum amount of stuff around that could collect any sort of debris, so get that weight inside the lure. yeah, so super useful, simple, and they'll be on the website now as well. Come and grab a few. Any questions, again, drop a comment below. And any suggestions as well, or anything you don't like, please do. If you like to see more of this, subscribe, put the bell, blah, 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 blah. And always tight lines, and catch a chunk, and see you soon.